big silky bitch. Digging real delicious, getting filthy rich. Never been a joker, hater, punk or simp. Get your blunts up high while I talk my shit.
Hey everybody, I'm Psalm, aka Kizzy. I'm one half of Big Silky, and thank you for watching our show. If you like what you see, all you gotta do is like and subscribe, hit that like button, share our shit, but definitely subscribe. So thank you. Hit it below. Peace.
Breaking news, y'all. Activism happens online, but it also happens offline. So, them little Twitter fingers that you be doing, that's good for one thing. Now take that shit to some books. Take it out in the streets. Use more than just your motherfucking phone to get the word out, to organize, to do shit that actually matters, okay? It's not just about what you do on Instagram and Facebook. It's not about retweeting and resharing and reposting. There's a lot more work that goes into activism and organizing, okay? Okay.
You over there drinking my Buddha blends?
No.
What the fuck is that? Buddha.
Buddha blends. Fresh juices, good enough to lie about. Buddha blends, nigga.
How you doing?
I'm alive. I'm healthy. I got to put my titties out, so you know.
This shirt is from Eagle Screen Print.
I know I need one.
Fuck 12 every day. This was donated to me by the great Buddha Thai.
Fuck 12 every day.
We ain't gonna play, yay, yay.
That's why we got our gun
We
licenses.
ain't gonna play, yay, yay.
We don't fuck with you niggas.
Dirty bitch, I said what I say.
I said it, period.
It's fuck 12 every. We need like a choir to sing that shit.
You not with you in it.
No, my alto is fine.
Nah, but you trying to hit soprano, sis. I need you to relax.
Yeah, I used to try to pretend I was a soprano, like quickly alto.
I used to be a high soprano before I smoked.
So our Big Silky tip of the week is
Dip in the tip.
we gotta have mutual respect for people of all ages. I know it's all fun and games to say, yo, old ass.
Boomer.
Yeah, boomer, all that shit. And it's actually natural for our elders to be like looking down at the youngins. But there's no way to grow if we don't have that mutual respect. Now, this does not mean if a nigga is on your ass disrespecting you, you gotta just respect them just because they're older than you or something.
Yes.
It does mean that we can learn from each other. We learn all the shit from the millennials and Gen Z. We learn all the shit from the boomers and people that are older than us. We gotta fucking get these recipes, especially black people, if you know what I mean. We need the recipes.
Everything is impermanent. Our elders are not going to be here forever.
No.
And something you said too right now that struck me was like, it's natural for our elders to look down on us. I don't believe that. It's not natural for our elders to look down on us, and it's not natural for us to disrespect them.
I stand corrected.
That's a learned habit.
Yes, that's true. That's the internet.
Well, it's the internet. It's the changing of the times.
It's rap music.
It's not rap music, but it's not a natural thing to do. So I think if we have and we build a mutual respect, like you're not going to fuck with every elder. Every elder's not going to fuck with every young person.
Right.
But I was watching Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers. Mm-hmm. And I love that, like, Steve Harvey tried to, like, shit on the youth. And Ron Isley was like, I'm not having it.
Right.
He was like, I love the youth.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because I was fortunate enough to have elders that like
mentors.
Yeah, and some who still are. Some of my mentors are in their 50s and they're going on their 60s, you know? Yeah. And they've taught me so much about how to be a good person, how to be a compassionate person, how to be respectful to all people, not just older people, you know? And I'm not saying I haven't had some shitty ones too, because I've had some really fucked up elders in my life who've done some wild shit as well.
Sure, absolutely.
But they're still like, I can cut them off. Right. Just like you can cut off any other person, you know? You don't have to stay for...
Or some young whippersnapper who doesn't want to get it through their thick young skull.
You don't have to stay for the bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can have a mutual respect and open dialogues so that you can understand each other better, because the times are changing. And our elders are changing too. They're not dumb. You know?
And they're not going to be here forever.
Yeah, they're not. Take what you can. Like, talk to your grandmas.
If you got a mentor, give your mentor flowers, because we didn't all get mentors.
Yeah.
I have served as a mentor to a few people.
Me?
I've reached back and you know, tried to impart my knowledge on people. And I look towards my elders these days more and more, my great aunts, my grandmother, because I know that they're going to give me gems. Even when I just call them and just say, what's up? They're going to give me something. And it's not like I call them to get it. It's just that naturally happens.
Yes.
You know, so man, have respect for people regardless of their age. I know we're coming from the rap scene, the hip hop scene is so easy to just be like, well, I'm young and I know best and blah blah blah. And when you look at rappers that are aging or getting older, it's that like that joke that like you too old to be. No, you're not too old to be doing shit, because a lot of these older rappers are doing better than some of the younger ones. Let's like just keep it all the way a buck.
And also, it's a blessing to get old.
Absolutely.
Like, think about how much I knew, how much I thought I knew.
Right.
When I was like, say, 18, right?
18 and to 25, you think you know everything.
I thought I knew everything when I was 18.
Yeah.
Even like going back through some, you know, those memories that pop up on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, bitch,
so
what were you talking about? Like, bitch, you're stupid. You know? And then I think about what I thought I knew at 25 and then 27. I'm 30 and I don't know shit. I know that I don't know a fucking thing, and that is the smartest thing I can know. And that's because one of my elders told me, you don't know shit. You think you know everything, and that's okay. You're supposed to think you know everything.
Right.
But at 35, at 40, at 55, I'm going to know a different thing. Like, so much more. So just, like, be cognizant of that shit. Be cognizant that you don't know shit, and that you're going to get old. And hopefully you do get old. You know,
respect your elders.
Yeah.
And respect the ones coming up behind you. That's the only way we gonna get through this. You know, I read something today on Twitter. It's about community. And community is with people of all ages.
Yeah.
Not just your friend group. So be open to learning and be open to loving the people of all ages.
Yes.
That's the tee up.
I also just want to say, Black people, this is for you. This is for you.
Yeah, we've gotten so many traditions and where we come from taken from us that we need to really, really cling to each other.
Yes.
And look back and think about the history we've been through, because there's a lot of gems there, you know?
Yes. Yes. Ashe, let's go.
Peace.
Ooh. What we not gonna do. What we not gonna do. Oh, see, look at that. You didn't even have to say nothing this time.
Damn. Just blow my little job out the water. Look, what we not gonna do.
Look, what we not gonna do. Those of you who are capable of getting vaccinated, stop running the fuck around here with no motherfucking mask on. Because you know what? Everybody can't get vaccinated right now. Some people don't have access. Some people's medicines don't sync up with the vaccine. Some people just don't want to get vaccinated for their own personal reasons. But your ass running around here with no mask, coughing on everybody at the fucking bar down the street, you're still spreading corona. It can still get on you. You can still get sick. Like, let's not pretend the vaccine is a cure-all for everything, because whether we want to believe it or not, COVID's not going away. It's very much like any other virus we've ever experienced. It's not going away.
We just figure out how to deal.
Exactly. We're adjusting to what life is going to be like going forward now that COVID is a thing. So stop acting like you're fucking invincible. Like you're not just gonna shut down, like you can't get sick, and like you can't get other people sick, cause that shit's wild. It's mad disrespectful, and what's the fucking word? It's irresponsible.
There you go.
It's irresponsible. So stop being irresponsible with other people's lives. Okay? So that's what we not gonna do. We not just gonna willy-nilly spread this motherfucking virus like little assholes out here just running around doing whatever the fuck we want. Fully vaccinated people. Oh, you want me to sing again?
No.
That's why. I'ma do this shit before they stop us.
Hi, Egypto Knuckles.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing great. How you doing today?
Chilling. It's a wonderful day outside. I cannot be mad at it one bit, and plus I have the day off, so who could ask for better?
That's what's up. So where are you originally from?
So my parents immigrated from Egypt back in the late 70s. My father came here because his older brother was already working at downtown St. Paul Hotel, doing housekeeping work and such. But he was here on a grant from the Saudi agricultural government to understand agriculture here in Minnesota. So a lot of people always ask, like, why Minneapolis of all places? And that's the reason why. So, like, you know, since it was by association, that's why my dad came. And so I've been born and raised in Minneapolis for over 40 years now.
You're 80s baby.
80s baby, like leotards and keytars, always.
You see, she's a 90s baby. She don't
Yeah,
know
I'm like,
nothing.
I don't know what that means.
She don't know nothing about. She don't know nothing about being cool.
And I'm not mad at it. It's okay.
Your preferred pronouns are he, him, right? You're a man of many talents.
Thank you. Yes, yes, that is correct.
You've done a lot. Like, I know we got the first time I met you was on a video shoot.
Yes, that is correct. We met for Rob One's video shoot, which Jake Handegard was doing, which big shout out to him.
Yeah,
but we ended up playing on, like, I think it was like a chess set that I had out of nowhere, because like he'd asked very last minute where he was like, do you happen to have a chess set? I'm like, yeah. He's like, can you bring it? I'm like, yeah, I can bring it. And it turned out to be like, I think like it was record store day, and I had bought the Jizza Liquid Swords box set with like all the chess pieces associated with it. And we just ended up playing chess off of that.
And I remember being like, I don't know how to play chess.
And we were both just like, we'll just act like we know what we're doing, and we'll just figure it out. And it was hilarious.
I really wanted you on the show to talk about sandwiches.
Yes.
But before we get to that very important conversation.
Yes.
For our audience, can you tell them like who you are and what you do specifically?
Absolutely. No problem. I go by Ali, aka Egypto Knuckles. I've been DJing for well over 20 years. I spent 7 years doing college radio from 99 to 2006, doing the beatbox here at the University of Minnesota Radio K station. From there, I had founded a label / collective from 2006 to 2016 called Background Noise Crew, where, you know, it was me and 8 other individuals. We put out about like 20 releases around that time and stuff like that. From there, from about 2013 to about 2017, I was involved in helping found and start Green Room Magazine, which was something that lasted for only about 5 issues. We went from like a a 7-state for free operation, highlighting like everything that the Midwest had to offer, to like a 20-state, 80 location operation, including locations in LA and New York. So I was also a columnist and dealt with distribution. So I was responsible for getting the magazines out into stores and stuff like that, to basically what I do now, which is I'm currently basically a food critic. I have written about music for about the past 10 years or so. And then from there, just basically, you know, still DJing, and I'm also the host and producer of the show Tacos and Tastemakers. Yeah, so that's basically what I do right now. I write for Eater Twin Cities currently. I've written for City Pages, doing food stuff for them, writing about like basically, I'm not so much more interested about like how a food spot is, more so than the story behind it, I guess. Like more so like I'm kind of like a Bourdain type adventure, as far as like finding like those common threads between food and like breaking bread with one another that kind of like bind us all together. And yeah, that's basically what I do. I still do radio now and then. I still DJ now and then, but that's basically the breadth of my experience.
I'm never jealous of anyone. But food critics, I'm jealous of anyone who gets paid to write about eating food. In any capacity. I'm seething with jealousy.
I'll tell you how it came about. It all came by a fluke. Basically what had happened was, I want to say it was back in 2019. I was shopping at Trader Joe's and saw that they had put out this, like, you know, it's huge, like amongst like Arab Americans, basically Swana, Mina culture. Swana is Southwest Asia, North Africa. Mina is Middle East, North African. A huge dessert that's in the Levant, which is basically kanafa, which is basically shredded phyllo with like a layer of cheese in between, and then like doused in simple syrup and pistachios. I know that like in Chicago, there's like places like Nazareth Sweets and a bunch of other spots that do it. So, you know, shouts out to them. But mostly you got it from the aunties. Like if you knew that one aunt or that one mom that made that dish right
at the recipe,
like, that's where you went. But Trader Joe's decided to do their own version of it. So I decided to try it. And I was like, it's serviceable. It's not bad, but it's not necessarily like something that I'm going to be like, oh, I'm craving it, I need to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but from like a simple Twitter thread, a food editor reached out to me and was like, hey, you seem to know about this food. Why don't you write about it? So that's basically how my food journey began, as far as being a food critic.
Just that easy, huh? Just by saying Trader Joe's. That's what's up.
I guess I think like I think what they appreciated about it the most is the fact that, you know, I come from, like, my family's from the Middle East, so like we know a thing or two about our sweets when it comes down to brass tacks. So like, you know, especially when it comes to falafel, Euro wraps and stuff like that. So we got to know what we're talking about, you know. And I figured like it's better me than, you know, a white person writing about it, right?
For sure. One thing I noticed from your Instagram is you have a great vinyl collection.
Yes.
And your food critiques, and also the food that you prepare for yourself at home.
Yes. Yeah.
The vinyl just comes from being a DJ, right? Or before you were doing DJ as like work, you were collecting, or?
So basically the way it came about is I was already collecting like CDs and tapes when I was young. I was like probably about 6 or 7 when I started copying my first tapes.
That's what 80s babies do.
You know, mom and dad gave you the little allowance money to try to help them out around the house. You remember those times, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So like for me, my first tapes were like Van Halen, the Bangles and stuff like that. And then like obviously De La Soul's 3 Feet High and Rising came out and forever shifted my perception of everything in life that I knew. And
was that your first rap tape that you bought?
That is my first rap tape that I bought. Absolutely. My brother's was Hammer's Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em, which I still love. It's
of
still
course. That song's a jam.
It still does. I mean, like, Pray, Have You Seen Her? I mean, like, can't deny the hits on that thing. So, you know, so from so basically I was already collecting tapes. Like I was part of like the BMG and Columbia House Music Club while working a part-time job in a mall. And then when I was 18 and it came to time for, you know, my parents were like, well, we want to do like every other parent and get you a graduation gift. What do you want? I was like, I pointed to something in the Source magazine where I was like, I want this. It was the Newmark DJ in a box set.
Yeah.
where it came with 2 turntables, a Blue Dog mixer, and like a couple speakers. And like I basically spent my entire summer basically DJing. Like I got like a promo set of like 20 records from like this place called Upstairs Records, which is like from the back page of a source ad where like you sent them a check for shipping and handling, and they sent you basically like all the promo pool vinyl that the DJs got. So like I got like 20 records. I got like I'm Still Not a Player. I got You Came Up. I got like Gangstar's You Know My Steez remix with the militia on the, you know what I'm saying? And I just spent basically my entire summer just DJing off of those records and stuff like that. Then in about 1999, I started interning at Radio K. So from there, obviously, you got a lot of records. Like you got service from Sony, you got service from Def Jam, you got service from all these labels and like independents like Matador and stuff like that. So that's how I originally built up my collection, was through collecting those promos and stuff like that, and then digging for what I could find at like different record stores and stuff like that. Like I was originally digging solely for hip hop 12s and stuff like that. And then like my mind always grew deeper to be like, damn, what did they sample off of that? So then like you start like getting curious and you see like all these different records with different artwork, and you're just like, wow, I want to see what's on these records. And then you stumble across that one that you're like, oh shit, De La used it for this. You know what I'm saying? And then that's where the discovery comes from.
And then your life is just pretty much taken over by the whole shebang. So you just purchased a sandwich press.
Yes, the Elite Griddler from Cuisinart.
A Cuisinart one. So that's not the cheapest one you can get.
No, it's not. I got lucky because like you know, I work a corporate job by day, so thankfully they give me like a bunch of like rewards for stuff like that. So obviously with these rewards, you can like obviously like go to the work site, see what you can find. And I saw it and I'm like, well, let me check the reviews on it and see what it do. And then I ended up watching the 5-minute YouTube informational videos to see what it could do. And I was just like, this is everything I need in life and then some. Like this is going to step up the sandwich game tremendously.
What does it do besides
like,
press them?
So it's not only like a griddle, but like the plates are apparently reversible and it can turn into a grill, like right on site.
Okay.
In addition to that, like it also comes with like waffle plugins, so you can make waffles on that thing. Like apparently it's good for like grilling chicken on there, grilling steak, making wings on there and stuff like that. It has like an adjustable like lift, so like you can open up the lift and like you have 2 griddles there at your disposal to use.
Okay. It's like George Foreman get out of here, George. Like
you know what I'm saying? And then it has temperature settings like for like specifically for like ovens, so like you can leave it to press at a certain temperature for a little bit amount of time.
Like a sous vide sandwich?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Like the functionality on it is like tripping me out. I'm like I still have yet to receive it because like it's gonna come in the mail pretty soon, but like, oh my god, like the amount of things it can do. I'm just like, game over.
You know, we've bonded plenty of times online over sandwich love, but
no doubt.
Why do you feel so strongly about this particular like food item?
So, God, this is gonna be strange because like, you know, I was doing, I always fall into internet rabbit holes a lot of time. I can fall into YouTube rabbit holes, anything, but mostly I fall down internet rabbit holes where like, if I'm curious enough about something, I'm going to research it. One of the things that I found out about the sandwiches early on was that, you know, a lot of people like to credit it as being a UK invention.
The Earl of Sandwich, he was gambling and needed some food.
Yeah. But the true origination of it came from like Turkish and Greek like origins, where like they would take like meze stuff such as like hummus or whatever, falafel, and it would be sandwiched in between bread. But like, so the concept for the sandwich all came from like, you know, the Middle East Mediterranean area. So like for me, like it was just something that I grew up with. My parents would like make like traditional Arab sandwiches and pita bread, and we just eat those things up, take them to school. obviously people would be like, ew, what's that green stuff inside your sandwich? It's falafel. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now people are like, oh my God, it's such a vegan and healthy option. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, trying to be like, oh, I was on to falafel. Like you weren't saying that at the school lunch table.
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
that sloppy ass pizza. You know what I'm
You
saying?
were making fun of kids who were bringing that stuff in, you know.
It was an interesting time. So like to this day, I ride with the sandwich.
My sandwiches in middle school were terrible.
Mine were not.
Yeah, mine were pretty basic in middle school as well. Like it was mostly turkey sandwiches or roast beef sandwiches for the most part.
That's fancy. We had Oscar Mayer.
Mine were basic.
Oscar Mayer was vibe.
What was your sandwich in middle school?
My go-to sandwich in middle school was hard salami.
Ooh, yeah.
American cheese.
Yeah.
A bit of Hellman's mayo, but not a lot because it takes away from the mustard. And then my mom would always put lettuce and tomato on it.
Of course.
My dad really started that because what my dad used to do, he was that nigga. So he used to basically fry the salami.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he put the cheese on, and then he'd, you know, do what you're gonna do with the sandwich press, but he would do that shit like with the spatula.
Yeah.
Put a tomato, lettuce, and like grill some onion and put it on it. If he was really fancy. So
see?
That was
innovate. Like out here preaching innovation. This is what I love.
Like, he came home like I got a whole new idea.
I mean, necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah.
So
that and the fact of like, you know, the way that I look at it as far as like Black and Middle Eastern families, as far as that's concerned, we were always the I could make that better at home generation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you see that type of invention right there, that's evidence of it right there. Like case in point, like I was like, I'm trying to break free from the corporate shackles of Chipotle. I learned how to make my own cilantro lime rice at home. I was like,
come on, yes.
Once I learned how to make the Papa John's garlic sauce, it's over for them.
This is true.
And the only reason I'm even mentioning the racist Papa John's is because you know, Papa John's out of here. He says the N-word too much. So like he's out of here. But that garlic sauce is forever, man. You're at home.
Yeah.
Before you get this life-changing sandwich press.
Yeah.
Think about what you have in your refrigerator right now.
Okay.
What sandwich are you making?
I got some good sandwiches.
Probably making I got some garlic and rosemary turkey up in the crib that I got from Whole Foods. Layering that with some provolone, a little bit of mustard, not too much, just like enough to make it right.
What kind of mustard?
I'm always tending to go for the traditional yellow mustard. Like I do like the organic mustard a lot, but like, you know, the mustard aioli stuff is like that's like too much happening at once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like a fancy way of mixing mustard and mayo together to try to make
like you didn't do anything.
You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't really do anything. So like for me, just like basic yellow mustard. I don't know what it is about yellow mustard that's just like really good and delivers that, you know, that pow, that tang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seasoning it with like a little bit of basil, a little bit of fresh cracked salt and pepper. You know what I'm saying? And then like the bread, talking lightly toasted, with like a little drizzle, not too much, just like a little drizzle of olive oil.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Question is, what's the preferred bread for the sandwich? Like if you at home and making a sandwich, what's the bread?
This is the thing. Okay. Like I do love a sourdough.
Yeah.
I do love a croissant. If I'm feeling very luxurious, I'm going croissant.
Okay.
Because it's mushy, so I don't always want a mushy bread.
Yeah.
But like I can do anything. I don't really love rye bread. Something about the caraway, it just takes over. So I won't do rye bread unless it's like a traditional, you know, like I'll go to like a Jewish deli or something like that. And it's just like, no, you're getting it on rye. It's like, okay, I'm getting it on rye. But like, in a pretzel bun, this is a hot take. Pretzel bread, no thanks. It's like a diva. It takes over.
That's fair.
Fresh any bread, like, and that's the thing. It's like same with like tacos, right?
Yeah.
The bad tortilla will ruin it. You can have good meat, good salsa, bad tortilla, it's ruined. But you can have great tortilla, decent meat, good
Yeah.
salsa, and we're still in business.
That's facts. Yeah, that's
It-
real.
You need that foundation. You know,
Yeah.
growing up, it was Wonder Bread though. Like I didn't really get into sandwiches on other breads until I was like older. Is a taco a sandwich?
No.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Huh.
Hot dogs or sandwiches. It's meat between bread.
See, like that's been my argument with regards to like a hot dog being a sandwich is like it does involve a bread component right there in the bun. Like,
It's literally two
you know,
pieces of
and
bread.
if we're trying to say that the hot dog bun is not considered like bread or
That's-
traditional bread,
It's not
you know what
two
I'm saying?
pieces of bread though. A hot
What's
dog.
that?
It's two pieces of bread sealed together.
No, a bun is one piece of bread cut down the middle.
Right, but at the same time, like then we'd have to take baguettes out of the equation when we're talking about sandwiches. We'd have to take like French rolls out the equation when we talk about
We're
sandwiches.
not doing that.
Like, that's like,
Thank you.
Y'all got it. Y'all got
Thank
it.
you.
you know.
So one gotta go. Beef edition.
Okay.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
Juicy Lucy.
Okay.
Chopped cheese.
Okay.
And Italian beef.
What's a chopped cheese?
A chopped cheese is like a loose meat burger. It's like a Philly steak, but made with like hamburger meat.
Okay, throw that one away from me, since I didn't know what it was.
That's fair. And I hate to do this to my Chicago family, but
Wait, go ahead.
I got to give the axe to Italian beef when it comes down to brass tacks.
You not real. You not real.
The thing is, like when it comes down to brass tacks, like Italian beef is seasoned very well and it's delicious and it's amazing, but like you know that Gardinera makes that sandwich everything. So like you got some bad Gardinera on it, like you kind of like SOL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
damn.
My Chicago friends, listen,
I don't know who you are.
I don't know you anymore. Italian beef, I'm only saying that because of that too. Like you can hide bad meat behind all that, the dipping and all that. And I've had more bad Italian beefs than good ones in my own city at famous places like Al's. Even though Al's beef is iconic, I've had bad Italian beefs multiple times there.
Yeah.
I don't even understand.
Because the thing about a sandwich like that is like it's got to be cooked with some love. Because like if that love ain't in the sandwich or like it's an off day, like you never recover from that. You feel deceived.
But it's funny because you can give two people same ingredients.
Yeah.
You don't have to cook a thing.
Yeah.
Give somebody the same ingredients for a sandwich, one will be better. Have you been in New York?
I've not.
Okay.
I still need to do like that's the one fact about me that like not a lot of people know is that like my travel is not as extensive as one would think just because of like, you know, you grew up with like in an immigrant household, they're always worried about you leaving the house. So, you know, like it is what it is with that one. But like I have New York in the cards post COVID to do it for sure.
But you know what? Your sensibilities and your palate would suggest that you've traveled more. And there's three things I think in life that can, before you physically go there, you can go there through books, through music, and through food.
Let me see. There's several sandwiches on here for me.
Listen, I will say number 25, the torta, gets severely slept on, and we need to put some respect on the torta's name.
Yeah,
listen, since high school, there's this place called Fat Mo's, and they used to have like all the Chicago style stuff. But then they opened the Mexican shop next to it called Elmo's, and the torta, chicken torta, mwah.
Exactly.
All right, so
what's popping out for you?
For me, there's several, and one with a modification.
Okay.
Yeah.
A falafel is one of my go-tos and that's my jam. Just I love falafel.
Falafel got to be made right. Like
it does.
With love too.
It does. That's with love too. Tuna melt is a jam, but add bacon.
Interesting.
Anytime. It's so good, and I never thought it was gonna be that good until I tried it.
Interesting.
And po' boys.
Ooh.
I always love a po' boy, and my favorite is probably gonna be New Orleans, and they got
that's
gator po' boys.
Yeah.
And ever since I had an alligator po' boy, I was like, nothing can top this.
All these encyclopedia of sandwiches here, there's like various like subcategories or levels to it. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
But my go-to for any time that I usually have always gotten since I was a kid is an Italian.
That's fair.
It's like an Italian
Yeah,
sub,
and it's always because of salami. Like I love salami. Like I love like that. What is it? Genoa.
You know, salami, yeah.
Yep, I love that. Like my mom used to work at a deli when I was little, and I used to eat that shit fresh from the cut. Oh God, it was
That's
so
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
What's popping out to you?
Like you got to have your one obvious veggie go-to. So like the veggie go-to for me is going to be the caprese on that one. I would definitely go with po' boy in that list for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Torta is definitely key in my language and speak, so that's going in there.
So the top of the pops for me,
hit it.
I'm going nostalgia and just what I know to be delicious, and I can make these as well at home.
Go for it.
Top though, I'm going turkey club.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I think it is.
I can see why.
I think it's probably my most ordered sandwich.
Yeah.
And also, when my mom used to take me to like staycations, I mean, she didn't name it that until, that's a later term. But my mom used to always say, hey, let's go to a hotel for like 1 or 2 nights and you could play in the pool and whatever. And as a kid, room service was like everything. Yeah. And the turkey club was something that a hotel, if you're fucking up the turkey club with room service, just go out of business. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
basically.
It's definitely one of those things where it's like, it's not that hard to make a great one.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese.
That
nothing on it.
Like that would be in like my honorable mention, like slide on right there.
Okay. I would throw bacon on it.
Grilled cheese. My grandmother had a cast iron pan that was a very tiny one, and she only made 2 things in this thing. Yeah. A little bit of bacon, like if the family wasn't there, so just a little tiny bit of bacon.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing was she butter the hell out of some bread, American slice, Kraft, grilled cheese. Yeah. Buttery, simple. It's everything.
That's
so good.
Rounding out everything, but the gyro.
The gyro. Oh.
Chicago has great gyros.
Oh, yeah.
That I cannot overstate either. Like Chicago and California, maybe in a tie.
Yeah.
Like in like the United States. Let's be real. Especially with like the fries and the sandwich. Yo,
I cannot wait to travel again.
I know.
You're
making me hungry.
Yes, I'm gonna eat.
And you make me want to get on a plane with like 8 masks and a face shield and just go. Let's just go. Let's go.
And wait till we can raw dog the air.
That's basically it, right? Yeah.
We talk about food way too much online to not actually do it in real life.
Yes.
That's like I can't wait to break bread with all my friends. I'm so excited.
Yes, me too. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes.
You're a wealth of information. You're a good person. I really appreciate your perspective. I really appreciate what you do here in the Twin Cities. And,
this was just fun.
I'm thankful for you.
And we see each other on this Italian beef topic. So it's all
absolutely. I had to be sure because like I want no smoke with the Chicago homies all day.
Live your
you know what I'm saying? Like,
rabid lives.
When I say that out of a place of love and heartfelt like wonderment and amazement for the sandwich.
Well, we really thank you for coming on, Egypto. This was a pleasure.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Please stay safe and stay healthy. That's the main thing.
Same.
Yes.
Absolutely. Look forward to seeing you all on the outside.
Yes.
Yeah. Enjoy your day, okay? Peace.
Peace. Y'all take care.
It's a very silky show.